salary, monthly income of 25,000. Sushma spent 32% on rent, 52% of the remaining, important, on other things and saved the rest. Find 75% of her monthly savings. 75% in the sense, can I write it as 3/4? 3/4 of what? We need to write savings here, correct? Without writing savings, let me try to identify my answer. Here in the numerator we have 3. That means answer must be 3 multiple. Can it be first option? No. Second? No. Third? Yes. Fourth? Yes. Fifth? 3 eliminated. 2 options are there. So we have to write what? Savings. 3/4 of savings. Now, when it comes to savings, 52% of the remaining is spent on other things and saved the rest. Rest in the sense remaining only. If 52% is over, how much is left? 48% of some stupid number. Yes? Here also I don't need X value. I'll try to identify my answer. Even in 48 also, if there is a 3 multiple, and already we have 3 multiple, the answer must be, go to third option. Is that 9 multiple? 45. Yes? Not right. If you want to properly calculate, what is 1% of the salary? Matladali 250. Already he spent 32%. Remaining 68% in the sense 68 into 1% value. Right. Out of this remaining, 52% already spent and the remaining 48%. 48% in the sense 48 by 100 only. What is this? Same. But we were asked to calculate 75%, which is 3/4. This is what we need to calculate. Yes. Next. The area of a playground is 18,480 square meters. The radius and length of the circular roller are 7 meters and then 14 meters respectively. In how many revolutions will the roller level the entire area of the ground once? So there is some area. There is a ground and whose area is 18,480. What shape is that? We don't know. Ground shape which we idea on that? Is a square or a rectangle circle? No. But we just know only area. So this we have to level using a roller. Roller in a sense, it will be like this only. Right. So when you roll the roller, the distance that it covers is going to be curved surface area. Curved surface area for the roller. Roller will be in what shape? A cylinder. Curved surface area 2 pi r h. So first of all, our total area that we need to cover is 18,480, and using a roller we need to cover. If roller makes one revolution, you circle it. You take one complete revolution, distance that it covers is going to be curved surface area. So to cover this much length, 18,480, how many revolutions are required? That's what we were asking. Yes. So this must be equal to x revolutions, and the area that it covers in one revolution is 2 pi r h. So directly to get x value, can I divide this number with 2 pi r h? Let me do that. 18,480 2 pi 22 by 7. That comes to numerator. Radius. How much is radius? 7. And height? Come on. And this is what your final answer. Agreed or not? Yes. So now look at your numerator. 18,480. Don't go for cancellation. 18,480. Is that a 3 multiple? Is that a 9 multiple? In the numerator, do you have 9 multiple? No. In the denominator, do you have 3 multiple? Come on. Then answer must be come. Can it be first option? Second? Third? Fourth? Fourth option. Can that be your answer? Can that be your answer? No, because there is only 3 multiple, but you don't have 9 multiple. In our numbers, do we have 9 multiples? So answer cannot be 9 multiple. Can it be fifth option? Answer must be only 3 multiple, but not 9 multiple. Third option, final answer. Otherwise, you have to go for cancellation. Done. X and Y together started a business where Y invested 200 rupees more than X. 6 months later, X increased his investment by 50%. So X is changing his investment and increasing by 50%. 50% in this is half only. What is the denominator? Come on. So I'll start taking X investment as 2A, but not X. Because when you calculate 50%, if you start with X, you'll get decimal. And I don't like decimals. Yes. For that reason only, I am starting with initial investment as 2A. Y's initial investment is 200 rupees more than X. So plus 200. After 6 months, X changed his investment. That means initial investment will be there for 6 months. Then after what happened? Added 50%. What is 50% of A? A. Added 3A into. Next. Out of the total annual profit, 2,900. Annual profit they say. That means business happened for 1 year, 12 months. Already 6 months over for X. Remaining 6 months. And this is Y's investment. Did Y change his investment? That means that will be there for 12 months. Go for 6 common and gets cancelled. Yes? Right. So finally, this becomes 5A and it becomes 4A plus 400. This is going to be the profit sharing ratio. Right, continue. Out of annual profit, what happened? 2,900. If the profit share of X was 100 more than Y, so one should get 100 rupees more, right? First, I'll separate that 100 rupees from 2,900. Keep 100 rupees separate. How much is left? Let's equally distribute. 1,400 each. One should get 100 rupees more, right? Whatever is the money that you have kept aside, add that to one person who should get 100 rupees more. Yes? Who should get 100 rupees more? That means X profit by Y profit is equal to, after distributing equally, Y gets 1,400. I'll add 100 rupees to X. That becomes 1,500. 2 zeros gets cancelled. 5, 3 times. So now 14A is equal to 12A plus 1200. 2A is equal to 1200. And that's our final answer. You're not supposed to calculate A. You're supposed to calculate 2A. Can you tell me why? Because initial investment of X treated as 2A only. Anna? Over. A boat can travel 77 kilometers in upstream, 165 minutes. So how do you calculate upstream speed here? Instead of using formula, you want to use formula distance by 10. Distance covered 77 kilometers and the time 165 minutes converts to hour by 60. I don't want to use this. So how do you calculate speed here? Hundreds of times we have discussed. For these type of questions, how do we calculate speed without using formula? Convert the time to 60 minutes. Did we discuss it or not? I don't want to use formula. If you don't want to use formula, you should convert it to 60 minutes. So using 165, how do you get 60? That's what you need to think of. 165 double. 165 double. 330. Again double. 660 divided by 11. Are we getting 60 minutes or not? So what exactly we are doing? Double. Again double. Divided by 11. Double. 1. Double. 154. Again double. 308 divided by 11. How much is that? 28. Over. Continue. The speed of extreme is 12.5%. Stop. When you see 12.5%, what is that you should think of? 1 by 8. So that means what is the denominator? Man speed to stream speed. If man speed is 8 parts, stream speed becomes 1 part. So they both are in the respective ratio 8:1. From this ratio, can you tell me what is upstream speed? Upstream speed. Come on. 7 parts. Babu, వీళ్ళందరూ ఎగ్జామ్ రాసి వచ్చారా? చెక్ చేస్తున్నారా? ఎగ్జామ్ రాసి వచ్చారా? అరే కొంచెం ఇరిటేషన్ వస్తుంది, ఆన్సర్లు ఇవ్వండి. అట్లానే ఉన్నారు అని అనుకోండి, ఎవరో ఒకరిని తిట్టేస్తాను. డోంట్ గివ్ మీ ద ఛాన్స్. నేను ముందే చెప్పేస్తాను. నాకు ఆ ఛాన్స్ ఇస్తే మాత్రం మొహమాటం లేకుండా తిట్టేస్తాను. రెస్పాండ్. క్లాస్ రూమ్లోకి వచ్చారు అని అంటే నేర్చుకోవడానికి వచ్చారు. సైలెంట్గా కూర్చుంటే సబ్జెక్ట్ వచ్చేసేసి మనకు ఉద్యోగాలు వచ్చేసేసి ఆఫీసర్లు అయ్యే తెలివితేటలు మన దగ్గర లేవు. మనమేమి వివేకానంద ఆ టైప్ ఆఫ్ కాదు. మనం మీ దగ్గర నుంచి ఇనిషియేషన్ రావాలి, వర్క్ చేయాలి, నేర్చుకుంటేనే వస్తాయి, చూస్తే రావు, మాట్లాడితే వస్తాయి. అర్థమవుతుంది కదా? రెస్పాండ్. ఐ డోంట్ మైండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ గివ్ మీ రాంగ్ ఆన్సర్. నెవర్ ఇన్ మై కెరీర్ I haven't scolded any student just because they gave wrong answer. Never did it. తప్పు చెప్తే I feel happy. I can correct you. And that's my job. But calm గా ఉంటే మాత్రం ఒప్పుకోండి. ఓకేనా? Right. So look at the ratio and tell me what is upstream speed. M minus is I've written already. 7 parts. 7 how many times is 28? Okay, continue. Find the time taken by the boat to travel 81 kilometers downstream. Downstream in the sense M plus S. How much parts is there? Then 9 parts is equal to 9 4 times 36. The question is about time to cover 81 kilometers with the speed 36 kilometers per hour. No conversion is required because 81 is in kilometers. 36 is also in kilometer per hour. 9 times 9 4 times, which is 1 by 4 hours, or if it is in minutes, because first option is in minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes. 2 hours 120. 1/4 hour 15 total 135 minutes. If it is in hours, to 1 by 4 answer. If it is in minutes, 135. Can it be first option? Just see the second option, either 1 or 3. That means what is there in the third option? It is not 21 by 4, it is 21 by 4. Okay, na? Representation at the wrong format, but meaning is 21 by 4. So it can be third option also. Right. So what is the final answer? Is it either 1 or 3 or both 1 and 3? It is either 1 or 3, not both. For this question, how many different answers are there? There is only unique answer. Answer of a possibility. Are there 2 different possibilities? For example, if x square is equal to 4, then what is x value? Plus or minus 2. Then how many different options you have? 2 options. Plus 2 and minus 2. Plus 2 and minus 2. Yes. But here it is 2 1 by 4 hours or 135 minutes. Understand the difference? So it cannot be fifth option. It has to be second option. My dear English medium graduates, I have only one answer, but representation is different. So either are conditionals tappa both radhika. Okay na? Yes. An article having a cost price of 2,500 is marked 60% above its cost price. Meghna proposes to sell this article after 2 successive discounts of 20% and then 120. Okay, right. So first let me increase the cost price by 60%. How do you get 60%? 10% into 6, that is one way. Otherwise, 50% plus 10%. Otherwise, 10% double, triple. I use 10% double, triple. Because when you calculate 50%, you don't get too many zeros. అర్థమైందా? నాకు ఎక్కువ zeros కావాలి. అందుకనే ఏ మెథడ్ లో zeros వస్తే క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తా. You can go with 10%, 250 into 6. Otherwise, 10% double, triple. 10% 250. Double, triple, 50, 100 more. He increased by 15%, 60%, right? Value becomes 4,000. Now first he is giving 20% discount. That means how much you need to subtract? 800. Now there is a second discount. Is it in terms of rupees or percentage? After subtracting 800 from 4,000, you need to subtract 120, or directly also you can subtract 120. Because you are not calculating percentage here. Agreed or not? So what is the total discount he is giving? Continue reading, don't calculate anything else. While Navya proposes to sell it after a single discount of 25%. So now, if the market price is 4,000, 25% in the sense, the other person is giving 1,000 rupees discount only. Continue the question. What is the difference between the selling price proposed by Meghna and Navya? See, when the market price is same, difference in selling price will be same as difference in discount only. First person is giving 920 discount, second person is giving 1,000 discount. Difference of the discount is 80, and the same will be difference of the selling price. If the selling price is calculated, difference తీసుకోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. మార్కెట్ ప్రైసెస్ సేమ్ అన్నప్పుడు డిస్కౌంట్స్ లో ఏ డిఫరెన్స్ అయితే ఉందో సెల్లింగ్ ప్రైసెస్ లో కూడా అదే డిఫరెన్స్. అవునా కదా? రైట్. ఆన్సర్ నెక్స్ట్. The bar graph given below shows the total number of tickets booked daytime and night time in Transit Mall, Vijayawada for Veerasimha Reddy, Walter Viraya, VSR, WV, VR, TP and KK. First we were given total number of tickets booked in both daytime and night time. So let's first write total value, then we will write daytime and then night time. Is that okay? Right. 2,400. The second percentage, that is percentage of tickets booked on daytime. What percentage is this? Amma? 35%. How do you calculate 35%? 25% plus 10%. 25% 1/4. 600. 10%. 240. 600 240. 800. Then difference of these two numbers will give you nighttime tickets. Instead of 840, subtract 1,000 and 160. Subtract 1,000, 1,400. Add 160, 15, 16. Next, 3,600. Yes. Now daytime, what percent is there? I don't want to calculate 65%, but I'll calculate 35%. And write in terms of, and write in place of night time. Difference will be 65% only. 35%, just now we did. 25%. 1/4. 900. 10%. 360. Total 1260 is here. Is it okay? Now difference of these two numbers will be daytime tickets. Thousands places. 3,000 minus 1,000. 2,000. 600 minus 260. And 340. 4 340. Yes. Right. So here we have 2,000. 74%. 74 double. 148 and then 0. Difference 520. Because 74% is calculated on 2,000, right? Where 1% is 20 only. 20 has 0, I'll keep 0 aside. 74 2 times 140 and the difference. 1800. 55%. 50% plus 5%. 50%. 5%. 90. A 50% plus 0 తీసేస్తే 5 కదా వచ్చేది. 900 plus 90. 990. Difference 810. Next 1200. 45%. Same way. 50% minus 10. 50%. 600. 5%. 60. 540. 660. Once the table is ready, we can answer all the questions easily. What is the ratio of tickets booked for KK that was booked in the night time? KK night time. 660. To the number of tickets booked by TP that were booked in the night time. How much is that? 810. The moment I see this, I know my numerator is 11 multiple. Denominator, is it 11 multiple? Then answer must have first number as 11 multiple. How many options are there? Amma? Only one option? That's fine. 8, 10 and ID, TP and కానీ ఇది ఆన్సర్ కాదు. ఇక్కడ రివర్స్ లో ఇవ్వాలి. 22:27 ఇలా రావాలి. ఇలా ఉంది అని అనుకుందాం. 22:29 is not the right one. ఎందుకు రైట్ వన్ కాదంటే క్యాన్సిల్ చేశారనుకోండి మీకు అట్లా రాదని అంటున్నాను అంతే. ఓకేనా? రైట్. First, your actual answer must be 22:27. Order has importance. Avuna kada? So, let us treat first option as 22:27. Is that okay for you? Right. Now, how many options got eliminated? 3 options. The answer is either first or third. Now, go to your actual numbers. 66/81. Easy ga undi ante cheseyandi. Cancellation. 3 తో ఇన్ని క్యాన్సిలేషన్స్ అన్నీ ఎందుకు 3 తో క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తే అయిపోద్ది కదా అని అనిపిస్తుంది మీకు. బట్ ఈ క్వశ్చన్కి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పడం కాదు నాకు ఇంపార్టెంట్, మెథడ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ నాకు. అక్కడ 4 డిజిట్ నెంబర్ 5 డిజిట్ నెంబర్ వచ్చింది అనుకోండి, టైం టేకింగ్. అలాంటి వాటి కోసం నేను చెప్తున్నా టెక్నిక్స్. ఓకేనా? ఇన్ ద డినామినేటర్ డూ యూ హ్యావ్ 9 multiple? In the numerator do you have 9 multiple? But only 3 multiple is available. That means one extra 3 multiple is available in the denominator. So your second number must be at least 3 multiple. Can it be third option? First find answer. Got it? Yes, sir. The number of BSR movie tickets booked in night time, BSR night time 1560 is how much percent more than number of VR movies tickets booked in the night time? Okay, right. So now 1560 is what percentage more than 520? That's the question. Agreed or not? Like 1560 is how much more than 520? 1040 more upon 520 percentage into 100. Exactly 2 times. So answer 200%. What is the total number of tickets booked for all the given movies in daytime? Okay, now daytime. Let me first calculate last 2 digits. 40, 40, 40. 120, 80 plus 90. 2 carry and 90 is there. That means answer must end with 90. We could eliminate only one option. How much carry we have? Alright. 2 plus 8. 10 plus 23. 33. 33 plus 14. 47. 47 plus 9. 56 plus 5. What is the average number of tickets booked for all the given movies at night time? Night time tickets. That's what we need to calculate. Yes. So now, one thing you can do, add all the values. Otherwise, add total, subtract 6190, you'll get 910. Ardhamainda? I would like to calculate total here. Because more number of zeros are. My eyes always look for beautiful zeros. Yes? Because in the total, we have more number of zeros, makes our job easy. Right. 12 plus 18. 30 plus 20. Amma? 50. 26 plus 36. 60. 50, 60. 1, 10. And then 2 more zeros. Correct? Right. So first subtract 6000, then we can subtract 190 later. First subtract 6000. How much you have? Again you need to subtract 190. That means 4810. And we were asked to calculate average. That is divided by 5. Divided by 5 in this is how do we do? By 10 into 2. By 10. 481 into 2. Into 2. 962. So out of all the tickets booked for WV at night 10, WV night 10, all tickets, how many are there? 12, 16. 80% of the tickets booked for the second show. Then calculate the number of tickets booked for WV for the first show. That means 20% we have to calculate. 10%, 126, double, 252. Over. Right. First number inside bracket. How much is that? 415 divided by 5. How much is that? 80. 83 and the other number we have 125. How much is that? 208, which is 13x only. Then x is equal to divided by 13. 13. 1. 78. This is 7 cube only. How much is that? 343. And first number 2 square? 4. And then right hand side 124 comes left hand side. That becomes minus 124 only? Yes. So now 347 minus 124. 300 minus 100? 200. 47 minus 24? 23. 223 final answer. Over 68 by 2. 34 5 times in the sense 10 times and half only. 10 times. 340 half. 170. 25%. 1 4. 2560 by 4. 6 times. 4 times. And then 0 times. Correct? And it is a cube root, right? When you see 9, that is already 3 square. But we have cube root, right? That means you need to have one more 3. That 3 I will take from 24. That can be written as 3 times of 8. 8 can be written as 2 cube. Already 3 square into 3. 3 cube we have. Finally we have 3 2 times. How much is that? 6. Right hand side. What is that? X square plus 140. 140 comes left hand side and it becomes minus 140. Subtract 140 from 640. How much is that? 500. And then other number 176. That means 676. X square is this much. X is 26. Can we verify last digit verification? No. Because we have none of them. 8 3s. 24. Can I write it as 2 times of 12? Already into 12 is there. So I'll write 24 as 12 2 times. Into 12 we have. That means 12 square into 2. 144 into 2. 288. And then 7 into 3. 21 square. 441. 729. None of them. Can we verify last digit verification? Because all options are ending with 0. We have to calculate. Yes? Right. Let me first cancel it with 8. Number inside bracket. 8, 6 times, 3 times, 0. So now we have 630 divided by 80. 9. 2 times. 9. 70 by 2. Which is equal to 125 minus x. Then x is equal to 90. Under root of 169. 13. 1089. Amma, you know 32 square, which is 102, which is little bit more than that number. So immediate next number. And by using last digit also we can identify. Anakada. Right. So sum of both the numbers. 46. How many times? That is equal to x by 3 only. Then x is equal to into 3 only. Right. Now can we go and verify last digit verification? No. Anakada. Last digit verification unnecessary forever. There is no other way. We have to calculate 46. Hardly we can do it's 3 multiplication, but again multiple options are there. 8 3s 24. 46 20 times 920. 2 times is 90. But we need 24 times. If 2 times is 92, 4 times in the sense 184. Sum of both the numbers is 1104. Done? Left hand side, how many terms are there? 2 terms. This is one term. This is another term. Agreed or not? Right hand side, when you observe, x into 8 is there, right? Come on. So I don't want to multiply all the left hand side values and then I don't want to add because I am increasing my number. Right hand side, when you see 8 and left hand side, in both terms you have 8 also. Can we take 8 common? Take 8 common from 16. 2 is there. So this is other term 3 into 8 whole square, right? So if you take only 1 8 common, how much is left over? 3 square into 8 is left over, correct? And that 8 can be cancelled over there. 2 times of 12, 24. So 3 square, 9 into 8. Both together, 96. I am not increasing the number. అర్థమైంది కదా? 36 once, 7 and 2, 72. 12 times 24 minus 12, 12, which is equal to 6 into x. X is equal to 2. 7 2 by 7, which is there in right hand side. When it comes left hand side, it becomes minus 1. So for these type of questions, first we will consider only integer and then fraction. Positive integers. 6 plus 6, 12. Minus 5 minus 7, minus 12. Cancel. Okay, fraction now. Positive fraction. 1 by 7, 3 by 7, 4 by 7. Negative fraction. 2 by 7, 2 by 7, 4 by 7. Positive 4 by 7, negative 4 by 7. Let's cancel. Over 22 cancellation. Once 88. 4 times 33 cancellation. Once 66. 2 times, correct? Now, how many terms we have? One is 19 into 14, the other is 14 into 12. 14 is common. Take 14 common. How much is that? 19 plus 12, which is 30. Answer must end with? How many options are there? 3 options are there. Easy to calculate. 31 times will be 30 times plus 1. Is that okay? 14 threes. 42. This is 30 times. Plus one more time. 14. Answer. But otherwise, you are done with the answer. You already know that. Two options are eliminated. 14 30s is 420, right? Still something else you need to add? Answer must be in 400 something. No, no. Fourth option, fifth option, eliminated. You don't have to complete the calculations. Yes, 50% of this film. 25% of 200. Amma? 40% of 50 or 50% of 40. Root in a root concept. Backtracking from inner root. Under root of 49. 42 plus 7. 49. This is again 7. When you add 7 to this fellow, it becomes 1156. Correct? Which square ends with 6? Either 4 square or 6 square. Correct? No. No. Agreed? Yes. What is 40 square? 44 square will be much more than that number, but we don't have that much below. 44 eliminated. Yes or no? 36. Is it a 9 multiple? Then our number also should be 9 multiple. Is our number a 9 multiple? 34 final answer. Yes. Usually we will calculate 35 square and then compare it. 1225, our number is less than that. So answer must be less than 35. That's how we do. 9 square. 81 plus 26. Let me add so far 107. Under root of 64. 8. 8 twos. 16. Right hand side plus 2 here. That comes to left hand side minus 2. 16 minus 2. Let me add so far we get 121. Is which number square? A plus B into A minus B. Can we do that? Or if you are comfortable, you can directly write 484 minus 121 plus 37. Yes? So we need to subtract 121 from this number. Let me write it as 363 and then 37 is added to this fellow, which is equal to 400. 400 is x square into 2 square only. X square in the sense 2 square comes to denominator. How much is that? 100. Which is? Yes. Now 7 once, 8 times 18, 2 times 2, 4 times 4, 5, 3 times. Right. The table, the given below pie chart shows the number of black or brown shoes sold in shops and brown shoes sold in 5 shops. Okay. Total number of black and brown shoes together in all 5 shops together, it is 8,000. So we are going to have total, then black and then brown. These 3 categories. And how many shops here? 5 shops. A, B, C, D, E. So first you need to prepare Indeed. Come on. Table. 25%. So all these percentages are calculated on 8,000. 25%, 8,000. 2,000. Next 15%. 10% plus 5%. 800 plus 400. 20% of 8,000. 1,600. 18%. 20% minus 2%. 20% already we just calculated. How much is that? 1,600. 2% is 160. Subtract 160. 14, 40. Next 22%. Instead of subtraction, in previous case we need to add now. 1600 plus 160. 1760. Okay. Now, what are these? Brown. So be careful. Brown we need to write it in the third column. Right? 20%. 7, 20. 25%, 1 4. 900. 20% already calculated. 7, 20. 15%, 10% and half of it. 360 plus 180. 540. 20% already calculated. 7, 20. So now difference of those two numbers we need to write. How many black are there? 1280. Next. 300. Next. 880. Next. 900. Next. 1040. Yes. Number of black shoes sold in shop D. Black shoes in shop D. 900. Is what person more or less than the brown shoes sold in that shop? Brown shoes sold in that shop. 540. With respect to 540, 900. Is it more or less? How much more? 3. So that means 360 more upon 540 into 100. Zeros gets cancelled. 18 2 times, 18 3 times. 2 by 3. What do you mean by it? 66 2 by 3%. More or less? First option. Over. If black shoes are sold at 500 rupees per unit in the shop and the cost price of black shoes is 3/4 of the selling price, and with some damaged shoes were not sold, so that he did not get any profit or loss in the whole transaction, then find the damaged shoes. Number of damaged. How many of you got answer for this question? None of you? Black shoes are sold at 500 rupees per unit in the shop A. అక్కడ ఏ అనేది ఉండాలి. ఏ షాప్ లో మెన్షన్ చేశారు క్వశ్చన్ లో? మెన్షన్ చేయలేదన్నప్పుడు అన్ని షాపుల్లో తీసుకోవాలి. అన్ని షాపుల్లో తీసుకోవాలి అని అంటే కాస్ట్ ప్రైస్ ఆఫ్ బ్లాక్ షూ ఇన్ ఎవ్రీ షాప్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ సేమ్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్? That is not mentioned in the question. We don't have clarity. అర్థమైందా? So missing here it is shop A. ఇది మనం షాప్ A నుంచి క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేయాలి. ఓకేనా? రైట్. In shop A, is it about black shoes or brown shoes? How many black shoes are there? Amma? There are 1280 black shoes. And they said they are selling it at 500 rupees per unit. 1 unit price 500. The cost price of black shoe is 3/4 of the selling price. What is selling price? What is selling price? Come on. Selling price is already mentioned. What is this 500? Selling price only, right? So now the selling price is 500 and they said cost price is 3/4 of it. Cost price is 3/4 of it. How much is that? 3/4. Half plus half kada? 375 per unit. Agreed? So total number of units available 1280, and I am taking total cost price. Each cost price is 370. This is total cost price. Agreed so far? Continue reading. Astana. Cost price of black shoes is 3/4 of the selling price, and with some damaged shoes were not sold. Is he selling all the shoes? He is selling only few shoes, correct? And at what price he is selling? 500. So that he did not get any profit or loss. What is our total cost price? This much only. This is our cost price, correct? Now, this is same as selling price, then only there will be no profit, no loss. Agreed? While selling, at what price per unit he is selling? Like that, how many units he is selling? X. He is selling X units. Is this okay now? Now, 3 times, 4 times, 320 times X is equal to 960. X is equal to 960. What is X? What was treated as X? Number of shoes that he is selling. Out of total 1280. Out of 1280, if he is selling 960, how many are damaged? Difference only? Damaged items are 320. Basically, in the same question, you don't have to use 500 and 375 hours. For the sake of understanding purpose, I told you. You can directly start taking like this. Look at it. There are 1280 items and X items he is selling. Cost price and selling price both are same this way. I'll start taking selling price of each item is 4 parts. Cost price is going to be 3 parts. PP gets cancelled. 4 320 times X is equal to 960. Damaged are 320. Followed? Next. If black shoes sold from shops D and E, 15% are damaged and gave a return to shopkeepers, and shoes sold by shop E, 10% are damaged, then how many shoes are damaged from shop D only? It's a simple question. Don't have to worry about it. First, you are given data related to shop D and E together. How many were damaged? 15%. In the second statement, that is data regarding shop E. And from shop E, how many are damaged? Now, when it comes to both shops together, D and E, they are talking about damaged shoes only. And even for E also, they are talking about damaged shoes only. And the question is also about damaged shoes from D. How do you get that? From the total, you just need to subtract E value. That's how you get. Correct? Is it about black color or brown color? Black color. Yes? From which shops? D and E. Both together, how many we have? Out of 1940, what percent got damaged? 15%. How do you get 15%? 10% plus half. What is 10%? 194. Half of that number. 97. Correct. Both together. D and E both together. 291. From this, we have to subtract damaged shoes from E. E, black color, how many are there? 1040. What percent got damaged? 10%. What is 10% of that number? 100. Right. 200 minus 100. 91 minus 04. 87. 187. Over. Find the ratio between number of shoes, black shoes sold by shop D and E, black from D and E. We just calculated, right? How much is that? 1940. Ratio A is to B or A by B form. Yes? And brown shoes sold from A and B. A, B, brown shoes. 16, 20. Okay. First, we can cancel it with all zeros, right? When we look at your options, options are two distinct numbers close to 100, correct? But hardly we have 200 close numbers. So cancellation is with 2 only. 97, 81. క్యాన్సిలేషన్ 2 తో చేయాలా, 3 తో చేయాలా, 4 తో చేయాలా, ఇదంతా మీరు ముందు వెరిఫై చేయక్కర్లా. మీ దగ్గర ఉన్న నంబర్స్ ని, ఆప్షన్స్ లో ఉన్న నంబర్స్ ని కంపేర్ చేశాడు అనుకోండి, అది హాఫ్ లో ఉందా, 1/3 లో ఉందా, 1/10 లో ఉందా, అప్రాక్సిమేట్ ఐడియా వచ్చేస్తుంది. అవునా కదా? దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐ వాస్ టెల్లింగ్. క్లియర్? నెక్స్ట్, the black shoes sold from shop DEF are 2200. DEF black shoes. Already we know D and E both together. How much was that? 1940. Then F should have 260. Then only total becomes 2200. Yes. Continue. The number of black shoes sold by shop F are 2/5 of shoes sold from shop F. That means, what is the denominator here? If total shoes made from shop F are 5 parts, 2 parts are black, then remaining 3 parts are brown. So you know that this is equal to 2 parts, and if you calculate 3 parts, you need to write it in place of brown shoes. Advainda? Continue reading, don't calculate the value. Then, how many black shoes are sold from shop F? If only 2 types of shoes were sold from F. The question is about black only, right? And already we know that number, which is 260. In that place, if at all, if you are asked to calculate brown, then we need to calculate 3 parts. Oh, now, that would be 390. Brown and adigite 390. Can I adigite directly? Following? Right. The interest earned on investing P rupees for 4 years, simple interest of 15% per annum, is 160 more than the interest earned investing P minus 500 for 4 years at simple interest of 16% per annum. Find the value of P. Okay. Let me take P value as 100%. Is that okay? Now, are they comparing interest or amount? Come on. Interest. Simple interest for 4 years at 15% per annum. What percent is it? 60% of P in the sense 60% only? Right, because we are taking P as 100%. Next. And this fellow is, interest is 160 more than. So let me write 160 first. 160 more than what? Interest earned on P minus 500 for 4 years at 16% per annum. At the rate of 16% per annum, simple interest for 4 years. 64% should be calculated on this number only. 64% of P, that is 64 only, minus 64% of 500 or 500% of 64. 100 500% in the sense 5 times only. 5 times of 64. 320. Difference of percentages. 4%, which is equal to difference of these two. What is sum of these two numbers? Minus 320 plus 160. Minus 160 goes to the other side, becomes plus 160. From this, what is 1% value? 40. 100% value, 2 zeros. 4,000. The question is about find the value of P, which is 100%. Be careful, sometimes they may ask you to calculate principal invested in the seconds. Answer. Answer. 3,500. In first scheme it was P, right? Because that is 4,000. The question is about principal invested in second scheme. In second scheme, how much was invested? 3 minus 500. So that value minus 500. 3,500 becomes yours. Right. Mixture A contains only acid and water in the ratio 11:4. 100 liters of mixture B contains 30 liters more acid than water. Right, here we have acid and water. Yes, first container has 11 parts, second container 4 parts. Done? And then out of this 100 liters from container B, acid is 30 liters more. Yes, already I told you in today's class. Already I told you in today's class. One value should be 30 more, right? First, keep 30 aside. How much is left? Equally distribute. 35 each. 35 each. And as it should get 30 more, right? 35 plus 30, 65. Got it? Next, continue. If mixer A and B are mixed together, they both are mixed together. Okay. Acid forms 70% of the resulting mixture. Resulting mixture in the sense upon total only. If total is 100%, acid is going to be, then water. That means both are in the ratio 7:3. Now, what is the question? Find quantity of water in mixer A. In mixer A. Antena? In mixer A in the sense, how much is the quantity of water? Huh? 4 parts only? Where is it coming from 35? How do you get 35 over there? How do you get 35 there? 35 is from container B, mixer B. Yes. 4 parts is from mixer A. The question is about water component in mixer A only. That means we need to calculate 4 parts value only. Instead of 4 parts, if there is any other number like 3 parts or 7 parts or 9 parts or 11 parts, you can go and verify multiplication rule. Yes. And one more important thing, when you look at your options, your first option is none of them. So when none of these is there, you are not supposed to go for multiplication rules or last digit verifications and all. You are not supposed to do. Okay, now you need to manually calculate this, but let me tell you one more thing. Logic check. Technique, I am teaching you technique. Is that okay? Right. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ క్రాస్ మల్టిప్లై చేయాలి 11 into 3 33 parts 4 parts into 7 33 28 difference 5 parts correct 65 3 times 63 is 180 5 3 is 15 195 35 7 times 37s 210 5 sevens 35 210 35 245 minus 195 difference is 50. 1 part value is equal to, then 4 parts value must be, come on, what? None of it. Okay na? Okay na? Idi solution. అయితే నేను చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే once after writing this you can stop. Look at the denominator. 4 parts plus 35, right? What is the denominator? That means 4 parts plus 35 should be a 3 multiple value. Yes or no? 4 parts value is given in options. The 4 parts are the options of the so option of the actually 35. After adding 35 to the option, it has to be a multiple of 3. Yes? First option none of this, keep it this side. Second option 200 plus 35. 235. Is it 3 multiple? Eliminate. Is it like 3 multiple? Not. We could explain. Must make it simple. Good morning. Can the answer be 3 multiple? No. No. Are you ready to talk? Can the answer be a multiple of 3? Yes. Yes. Right hand side denominator must be 3 multiple. That means sum of 2 numbers must be 3 multiple. Is this number 3 multiple? No. If it is not 3 multiple, if the other number is 3 multiple, then yes, if this is 3 multiple, and to this if you are not 3 multiple, Can the sum of these two numbers be a 3 multiple? So only two possibilities we have. If it is 3 multiple, it has to be 3 multiple. Otherwise, both numbers must be non-trivial. Number is second, which is not 3 multiple. So this has to be not 3 multiple. Can that be third option? Can it be fourth option? Can it be fifth option? 4 eliminated, first 5 numbers. అర్థమైందా? X alone completes 60% of the work in 18 days. Total work in the sense 100% only. If 60% is done in 18 days, 10% can be done in. How do you get 10% using 60%? How do you get 10% using 60? Number 160 here. 60 8 days the 10 was the 3. By 6 అప్పుడే కదా మనం 10 వచ్చింది. 160 10%. Can you convert it 100%? How? 0 పెట్టట. Into 10 into 20 దానిలో. Just need to add 0, right? Otherwise, if you have a decimal, you just need to shift decimal value. Correct? So using 60, I want to get 10% so that I can easily convert it to 100. 60 and 10. Relation is by this. If 60% is done in 18 days, 10% can be done in 100% can be done in. Come on. Itlantini, by using mind calculation without writing anything, we can calculate. Don't unnecessarily keep on writing values. Use your brain, which is more powerful. Agreed? Why takes 45 days more than X? 45 days. If Y and Z together can complete the work in 20 days. Y, Z together can complete the work in 20 days. Then find the time taken by Z alone to complete the work. Right. So now, Z is here. Z is here. So we need is X is related to now? Is there any way that we use X now? This is not required for it. Concentrate only on this. 45 and 20 LCM. 180. Y alone will do 4 units. Y Z together will do 9 units. That means Z alone will do 5 units. Z can complete the total work in 180 by 5, which is 36 days. Then Aparna usually travels from city P to Q at 24 km per hour. On a certain day, she travels 40% of the distance at 125% of her usual speed and the remaining distance at 75% of her usual speed, such that she took 1.5 hours more than the usual. Find the distance between P and Q. Okay, now because in the question distance is mentioned in terms of percentage, and they are 40% and 60%. Instead of taking distance as D, I'll start taking distance as 10D. Because when you calculate 40%, it's easy to calculate 4D. Remaining 60%, 6D. Ardhamainda? Usually we'll start taking D. But for simplification purpose, I'm starting with 10D. Is that okay? This is original distance. And what is that? Usual speed. 24 kilometer per hour. Time that usually it takes to reach the destination is 10D is the total distance by total speed 24. This is the actual time. Correct? Correct? Now continue reading. On a certain day, she traveled 40% of the distance. 40% of the distance 4D. Remaining distance 60. What happened? She travels with 125% of her usual speed. 125% in the sense she increased the speed by 25% upon 24 km per hour only. What is 25%? 6 more. So 4D distance is traveled with 30 kilometer per hour. And the remaining distance at 75% of our usual speed. 75% in the sense, instead of adding, we need to subtract it now. Yes, 24 minus 6. This remaining distance traveled with 80. Now, the time taken to cover the total distance is 4d by 30 plus 6d by 18. Yes or no? This is the time that it takes now. Yes. Now what happened? Such that she took 1.5 hours more than the, what was usual time? 10d plus 24. But apart from this, how much more time she is taking? 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour in the sense, can I write it as 3 by 2 hour? Now both are equal. You need to solve and get the value of 10. Chestara Chapala. 6 how many times? Come on. So d by 3, I'll treat it as 10d by 30. This fellow, I'll treat it as 10d by 30 because the other denominator is 30. Yes. 10d by 30 plus 4d by 30. 14d by 30. Next, left hand side. 10d. Take 24 denominator common. 36. 6. 4 times. 6. 5 times. No more simplifications. 50d plus 180 is equal to 50, 60. 60 is equal to 180. 10d is equal to 630 is 180. 1030 is 300. What? At the time of marriage, the ratio of ages of Sachin and his wife was 6:7. Yes. Sachin and wife during marriage time, 6 parts and then 7 parts. 6 years hence from the marriage. From the marriage time onwards, after 6 years. Sachin's age. Wait, what is present age? During marriage time, what was Sachin's age? And from there, after 6 years, they are talking about. Then at that point of time, Sachin's age becomes 6 parts plus 6. Correct? Was 50% more than. 50% more in the sense 150%, which I can write as 3 by 2. 150% more than what? More than it was 3 years before marriage. 4 years before marriage. During marriage time, 6 parts. 4 years back, minus 4. What was the age of wife at the time of marriage? At the time of marriage, her age was 7 parts. It should be 7 multiple, but 3 options. Not all. Right. So left hand side, can you take 3 common and go for cancellation? How much is that? 2 parts plus 2. 3 got cancelled. Yes. Into 2 is equal to 6 parts minus 4. 2 parts is equal to 8. 7 parts is equal to 20. What?